Hey everyone, just wanted to let y'all know that my physical copy of my graphic novel is now available to purchase on Amazon. There's also the ebook form, but it's finally done. I'm excited. Finally got the physical copy ready to go. So if you want to check that out, I'll leave the links down in the descriptions, alright? Other than that, I hope you enjoy the video. Bye. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Wicked Art. It's Wicked here, and I know it's not Wednesday, but I figured I'd do a little digital video for today. Um, yeah, just working on chapter 2 still of my graphic novel. I'm doing a scene of them in the Temple of the Founders, which is like the Mayorans or the human uh, type people, their temple, um, and it's a scene with Miguel's dad just kind of going there for solace for something that's about to go down. I won't spoil that, but I thought I would take this opportunity to explain my steps. So, like right now, I'm just kind of adding in some inking detail. I have the background turned off. I've already drawn that. I just didn't want it to get in the way of what I'm looking at in the foreground. So I'm just really just going in and adding in the details, and then I pulled up an old from the first chapter image of Diego, which is Miguel's dad, just to get the color references in and stuff. So I just created a new layer under the lines layer and coloring that in. But I wanted to play around with some lighting stuff. I'm still trying to, learn all the time, learn different things. So I'm gonna end up playing around with some stuff with sunlight and rim lights and how they reflect in the scene and bringing more dramatic things to it, just to make the image look more cool. What I'll do is for tomorrow's video for Digital Wednesday, I'll do a tutorial on how to do that, the lighting in the scene, if you wanted to add like rim lights or something like that. So that'll be in tomorrow's video. But yeah, I'm just coloring in the background now. So I pulled up the first background. There's actually two. There's the window and stuff that'll be in the back, bringing the sunlight in. But this is just their main tree. This tree in particular, um, they only grow purple leaves in the area where the Mayorans live. So I just figured it would be fitting to have at the center of their um, temple facing the window, uh, and it's also on their flags and things like that for the country itself, especially in the capital of Wolford. So I figured it was important to have that in there. So I just had it kind of growing around, a simple dirt base. So I'm just putting in base colors right now. It was wanting to make sure I got colors that kind of suited because I wanted to do this kind of a marble feel to the church, or the temple, just so it just would look more regal, like there's a lot of reverence to it, so they put a lot of stuff, and there's a lot of Viking slash Nordic symbology, so I decided to put that, at least in their culture. And there's a reason for that. Again, I won't get into that because those are all spoiler things. But so I decided to do like a wooden window, circular window pane, um, or a window pane, instead of originally I was going to do stained glass, but I decided not to. I went for the wood instead, and then just had the gold, uh, trims with things like the pedestals or the braces that hold up the wall and stuff like that, and then doing a marble background. So I just kind of did like your basic like white gray color for the marble. I darkened it up so it wouldn't blend in with the statue marble. It's supposed to be made out of stone, and you'll see after I fill in the colors on this that I decided to actually put a marble texture. So what I did is I just found, you can find them all over the internet. I just found a long time ago a marble texture thing that you can just literally just stamp into place, and it'll put that marble texture in. And you'll see me do that here in a minute. And if you see any long pauses in the videos, because I got a bunch of phone calls that day, so I had to like stop what I was doing. So if you see some pauses, they may only be like 3 or 4 seconds, but still, if you're wondering what that was, it's just because somebody called. But you can see me now. I'm stamping in the marble, and I'm just kind of blocking off those areas so that it doesn't bleed into the background. And then for that, I sectioned that off and shrunk it down some because it's further at a distance. Um, the marble pattern is not as big. That way it shows, again, that kind of depth. Then I went in above all the color layers and just kind of, I wanted to make sure I get a full selection. So I'm just kind of putting the finishing lines on the outlines of all the statues and the main character in the foreground, Diego. And I tried putting the marble pattern there. I didn't really like it, so I decided to just use shadows to my advantage. So I just kind of filled it in with a black at 50% and do like I usually do, where I just kind of, erase out the negative space just so that it's easier for me to see how the light is hitting because you can see I'll go in and just kind of refill back in certain areas just thinking about how much light is actually coming through. I didn't want to expose too much on the statues, just enough to kind of highlight who they are. And these are the four founders. They revere them as their gods to say, but also that they were at one point actual people. So it's kind of like that dual, like they're more revered than they are worshipped. But it's just the way the society is just set up that I came up with. So you have one for kind of like their goddess of war, wisdom, justice, and leadership. Um, and again, it's stuff you can check out when when this one finally gets done and comes out. Um, and now that I'm done, working on the other comic book for Christian Harloff's channel. He's a YouTuber. I have more time to work on this, so I'm a little behind, but I'm trying my best to, you know, take my time, make it look good, but you know get it back on track to where I can get done. And since I wanted to really highlight the rim lights and stuff coming through the window, I only kind of did like an outline of visible light and just kind of put it in that way. So I wanted to make sure I did the same thing for the trees in the background and the walls and stuff, just to really make sure that it's really all that it's getting is the light that's seeping through the trees, so there wouldn't be much exposure because the light will engulf enough that it's going to be just the edges that get highlighted and the rest is just being cast by shadow. That way, more the focus and the way things are positioned will be centered on Diego himself standing in the temple. So this time I kind of messed up the line work down towards the bottom, so I couldn't really fill it in like I did the last time with just a paint bucket, so I had to actually go in and hand paint everything, but it's fine. I actually like the painting process. And then for the steps down there, I wanted to make sure I just had the tops kind of getting the light, and then putting the shadows in the background with the four statues of the founders. After that is where I started working with the rim light. You can see, and like I said, I'll do a detailed video tomorrow on how to achieve this effect that I'm doing. Um, it's just something I was just playing around with different masks and things and cover things and seeing how to get it to work and work appropriately. It was a little daunting, but I think with enough playing around with soft brushes and things like that, like you can use a soft round, or if you can find yourself like a very uh, soft brush, you can put things in that way. But I mean, that's pretty much it. I appreciate you watching the video. If you have any suggestions for what you want to see next, go ahead and leave me a comment. If you're new to the channel, you like what you saw, um, subscribe. If not, you just here wanted to see what was going on, I appreciate you stopping by. Other than that, I hope you guys have a wonderful, good day. Remember to keep sketching, and if you want to check out the graphic novel, it's on Amazon. I got the link in the description. Other than that, we'll see you in the next one. Bye.